What is going on, guys? Just want to talk a little bit about this gun that I believe is the best for most beginner shooters, females, kids, teenagers, just somebody who's never even shot a gun or maybe is a little bit more recoil sensitive. Because you can take somebody out and have them shoot this. They're not going to be scared of the gun jumping in their hand, or it's just a super easy gun to shoot. It's really good for anybody who hasn't really shot before, and they're going to feel confident with this and be accurate and just feel, just confident that they can hit what they're aiming at and not have to be worried about the gun's going to come flying out of their hand. It's just a super easy shooting gun, very accurate. And this is the Smith & Wesson Shield EZ 380. They also make it 9mm. Starting out with the slide, it does have metal front and rear sights. It's got a stainless steel slide and barrel, and it's got the nitride finish on the slide itself. And it's got the white front and rear dots. It's got a loaded chamber indicator, so if you have a round in the chamber, it's going to stick up like that. And you can quickly, especially for beginners, you can just reference that. You can see it sticking up and you know that there's a round in the chamber. It's got a super easy racking slide. I mean, it doesn't take any effort at all. You can manipulate this very easily. I know most women can. My wife, this is actually her gun, and she can rack this slide very easily, where she might have issues with a little bit bigger of a gun. Working your way down, it does have this grip safety, so this has to be depressed in order for the trigger to actually go off. It's super easy to take down. It's got this side takedown lever, comes right apart. And then also, without taking it apart, I can show y'all in the rear, there's actually this little hex screw that you can unscrew, and that is how you'll adjust the rear sight. So mine came a little bit left from the factory. So instead of having to go to a gunsmith and pay to get it adjusted, you can just go in there, loosen that screw, move your sights over, and perfectly adjust it. The front is non-adjustable. So this is 8-round capacity, 8 rounds of 380. The 9mm is also 8 rounds. And other than that, also the trigger is insanely good. Just make sure that we're clear real quick. Nothing in there, no magazine. But yeah, this trigger I think is like a 5-pound pull. It is so light, and the reset is amazing. You barely have to go forward, and it just resets. And then it's just super crisp. So yeah, if you hand somebody this and they've never shot before, they're gonna have a harder time with, say, like any other full size, like a Glock, M&P, because this thing, the trigger on it is amazing. So whenever they get up there, they're not gonna be trying to, they're new to shooting, so they're not gonna wanna have to pull through a really hard trigger to break. So I know whenever I first shot this thing, I was hitting like bullseyes very easily at 10 yards, 15 yards. And it's just a very nice gun. They also make it 9mm, so if you're interested in that, that's an option as well for anybody that maybe has weaker hands, you're kind of getting older, just want something that's a little bit easier to manipulate but still has that 9mm power. Also, just a quick little view, this is a Glock 19. Size comparison, you can see that they're basically the same size. Trying to line these up, but yeah, they're basically the same size. Very little difference. The shield is thinner, grip is definitely thinner, slide's thinner, but the weight, this thing is 18 ounces, so it is super light. I mean, when you pick it up, it kind of feels like you're playing with a toy, and then how easily it racks and how light the trigger is, it just feels like it's not even a real gun, but it just shoots so nicely. So I definitely recommend either just buying this for somebody, or if you want a gun that you can have, that you can take your friends out or new shooters out with you to the range, and you can hand this to them and feel confident that they're not gonna get shy away from shooting a bigger caliber, and they can shoot accurately and well, and it'll just be a lot more fun for them and hopefully get them into shooting, and maybe someday they can buy a bigger gun, bigger caliber, whatever. But it's just a very good entry gun for anybody, and I definitely recommend it a lot. So hopefully this was informative, and I will catch y'all in the next one.